This is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable, feel it in my soul. Good vibes only, I'm in control. Turn the music up, let the rhythm roll. I move my body, I'm alive, I glow. Unstoppable, dancing through the fire. Every step higher, taking me higher. Smile so big, can't hold it in. Good vibes, good life, let's begin. Every scar made me wiser. Every tear lit the fire. I don't fear what's ahead.
And I am live, everybody. Hello, hello, everyone. My name is Araneth, and I am the face behind this business page, personal page, and my YouTube page, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. So I am coming live from San Francisco, California. Happy, amazing Monday. So today I really want to talk about something that almost every hardworking parent out there, a woman, a man, you know, especially moms like me, especially those building something on the side with while holding everything together, the quietly struggles with, and that is the life, or that is the concept of work life balance that I'm about to talk today. So, the topic of tonight's 90 Days Goran Success Challenge is all about the concept of work life balance, right? And this is my day 29 of doing this 90 days Goran Success Challenge with my team and other business partners from all over the world. Because again, guys, if you're anything like me, there was a season in my life where I believed that being busy meant I was being productive, right? That being exhausted meant I was doing enough, and that sacrificing my time, my energy, and even moments where with my family was just the price I had to pay to create a better future, right? And I remember those days so clearly, waking up early in the morning, rushing through my mornings, working long hours, coming home tired, and it's still feeling like there was more I should be doing, more I needed to give, more I needed to prove. But there is something whispers inside of us that there was always something in there that is quietly asking question, right? And the most common questions that I ask myself, it is really what success is supposed to be feel like. But for me, there's still missing, and missing out there, and that is the beautiful part, because you have to really find it, right? So again, tonight is all about what work life balance really means, and how this cost of us being imbalanced as well. So yeah, so let's redefine what work life balance actually means, because I think for a long time we were thought the wrong decision, wrong definition. And for me personally, like, work life balance does not mean splitting your time perfectly between work and life, like some kind of 50-50 equation where everything is always equal and even distributed, right? Because real life doesn't work like that. Work life balance for me means alignment. It means that your work supports your life instead of taking over it. It means you are building something that enhances your freedom, your peace of mind, your presence, and your ability to actually live, and not just to survive. It means that even while you are working hard, you still feel connected to yourself, to the people that matter most, to your family, to your purpose, and to the life you are trying to create. Because again, the goal here is not just to make money. The goal is to create a life that feels good to live, right? So, and I really want to talk about also the cause of imbalance, and because again, because many of us are living in imbalance without even realizing it. We usually normalize stress, we normalize missing important moments. We what else? We normalize saying I'll do that later. Yeah, that's procrastination when it comes to our health. I'll do that later. Maybe I'll just do it when I feel like doing it. We only see the doctor when we're sick, right? And that's a no no. We should go and still see the doctor even though you're not sick, right? Those routines that's supposed to be done, right? Our peace of mind, our relationship. Guys, I've been there, working 6 days a week, missing milestone for my kids, and being physically present but mentally exhausted, and that happens all the time. And telling myself that, and one thing that really keeps me going is I'm telling this word every single day that this is just temporary. This is just what I have to do now. And eventually, my life, I achieved that time of freedom, that life work balance that I've always wanted to experience, right? But here's the truth, guys, that really shifted everything for me. If your success is costing you your peace, your health, your family, or your identity, then it's not sustainable success. And eventually something will have to give, right? And really, really think about that. Because even though you've been working really, really hard, just and then you're missing a lot of milestone, it's not even worth it. We really need to have that alignment or balance in our life that okay, I for me, like I work full time still, and I love it. I really do. And I'm still running a business. As long as you love what you're doing, then so be it. And there's some other people like, you know what? I'm just focus on my business first so I can spend more time with the family. And then we all have different reasons why, right? We do have, and my reason is to I can balance it. I'm i'm not letting my work really in control of me spending more time with my families. I always find balance in between of those, right? And then really want to share this one with you guys, that there came a moment in my journey where I realized that I didn't want to build life where I had to choose between providing for my family and being present with them. I didn't want to wait until someday to feel free. I didn't want the success to come at the cost of missing the very life I was working so hard to build. And that's when I started looking for something different, something that's easy, something I know not something that's easy, not something that is overnight, right? But something that has a structure, something that allowed me to create and leverage, something that could work alongside my life, not to compete with it. And that's when I aligned with a system that gave me the ability to build in the background, to use um, my time more intentionally, and start shifting from trading time for money to creating something that could grow beyond my wildest imagination, beyond me as well. Yeah, so the way I did is shifting my identity around time, and that is one of the biggest transformation that needs to happen when we really walk about work life balance, is not just in our schedule but in our identity itself. Because guys, if you still believe that success requires burnout, you will continue to create burnout. Likes attracts likes in the mind. And if you believe that working harder is the only way to earn more, you will always feel like there is never enough time. But when you start to see yourself as someone who operates with intention, that's why being intentional is just so, so important, guys. And even though you have an intention, you have a structure, you have that clarity and leverage it. because everything begins to shift once you do all of that. You're not here to chase time, right? You have to start designing it. You have to stop reacting to life everything there's something happens in front of you, instead of leading it, and also responding to life as well. Yeah. So again, what balance look like uh, in real life, right? Work life balance doesn't mean you're not working hard. It means that your hard work is aligned, your thoughts, feelings, and actions. It looks like being able to work from your phone, for example, for those people who are watching right now. If you're a business partner, it's look like being able to work from your phone while still being present with your family, and that happens all the time, and I love it. I am sitting down there earlier, spending time with my kids while they are doing their own thing, but also replying to inquiries and then connecting with my kids as well, right? It looks like having a system in place that really allow you to step away without everything falling apart, right? And that's the best part. And also having mornings having mornings where you can breathe, reflect, and prepare instead of rushing into chaos. See, and that's my favorite part, guys. I wake up really, really early in the morning doing my meditation, grounding myself, preparing for my day, leading my kids, and still being able, or I mean, still building something that continues to grow. It's not perfect, but it's intentional. And that really changes everything for me. You have to have that structure, you know. I don't know. I don't think that I will be able to is start my strong day if I don't have those structure that I have to follow every single day. That routine that really works for me, because I tried so many routines in the past, and it didn't really work for me. And then when I continuously finding the rhythm, right, something that really aligned with my time, aligned with my mindset, then I started testing, right? Testing, like visualization. It took me a while to really do visualize my goal. I get so frustrated in the beginning because I feel like there's something missing, until I ask questions with my mentor. And and then that's the reason why it's so so important. It's so important to have that balance, to ask questions, and also to the time that you shouldn't be asking question. And how what do I mean with this? Like, even though I Zoom with my mentors every single day, there's always um you know because every day there's a certain topic that they need to discuss. And because I am so into intention, right, I always find that time that I had to really, because sometimes, if you even though you can't just ask questions, there's so many people in line, based on the time, right? But for me, I base this with my intention every single day, every time I wake up. And finally, I was able to ask questions, and it's all about visualization. It's all about imagination, imaginating my, is that right? Imagining, right? Imagining my goal, and it seems like I'm totally lost back then, and I really want to really understand how you imagine or visualize your goal. And he mentioned that you have to find that rhythm that really works for you, and you have to really set an intention. You can't just force yourself to just sit down and meditate. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to allowing yourself to meditate with an intention, and let yourself sit still and relax, stuff like that, right? And there's so many things, and I finally get it. And then the first time, I've been visualizing the process. I've been visualizing the process going to the top of the mountain, but it didn't work for me. And I keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and it's not working. And I get so frustrated. And then finally, I had that courage to really ask how he visualized his goal. And and then he advised me, like, you have to do a reverse visualization. See yourself that you already have the goal, that you are already on the top of the mountain, looking down, and ask yourself, what are those steps that I did now that I already on top of the mountain? You know what I mean? So imagine yourself that you are already on the top of the mountain, looking down all the steps that you've been through. And that's basically how you visualize the process. And when I started doing that, like, oh my gosh, and here's the thing too, guys, you have to really ask great questions to yourself in order for you to become more emotionally involved with that visualization. So if you ask yourself better question, then you started smiling, and you started, all those emotions, positive emotions, comes to play, and it you know let it out, and just surrender to the flow, right? So that's basically answers my question. That's the processes that I did that really works for me. And I know we do have different ways of visualizing our goals, but do what works for you. For me, I tried so many styles of visualization, and I only found the one that really works into my rhythm, right? Yeah. Yeah. So again, what balance looks like in real life for me? Oh, well, work life balance doesn't mean you're not working hard, right? As I mentioned earlier, it means your hard work is aligned, right? Especially as of business partners, having a system in place that allow us to step away without everything falling apart. And that is just so amazing, right? And why this matters more than ever? Well, into this world where everything is changing so fast, so rapidly, where jobs are so uncertain. And oh my gosh, I don't really watch news, guys, but I stumbled on this news on my news feed that Amazon, I believe, laid off about 23 or 22,000 people. And it's so sad. That's why our jobs are so uncertain, where the cost of living continues to rise. And when more people are feeling stretched than, I mean, more people are being stretched than ever before. That's why having that work life balance is no longer a luxury, it is a necessity. We really needed this in times of laid off, in times of emergency, right? Because the old way of working harder, longer, and sacrificing more is no longer the only option. There are now smarter ways to build something big in your life. There are ways to create income with flexibility, with structure, and with support. And the question becomes, are you open to seeing a different way? That's the question. That's the reason why I felt it's quite challenging nowadays, and I feel really sad for those people who are losing their jobs because the company has to uh, eliminate those talents because they couldn't afford to to take good care of them, instead hiring or using artificial intelligence to do the work for them, right? Because it's less expensive. What I share is not about convincing anyone to join the business. It's all about opening your perspective, because I was once in that place too. I was in your shoes back then, feeling stuck, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like feeling like there had to be more in life, but not knowing where to start, right? And sometimes all it takes is seeing what's happening, what's possible, seeing that there are systems out there. You just need to give it a try, seeing that there is a support that you can get out there. And we are closed mind. We have to have that open mind to really check, because you never know, this could be the one that works best for you, right? Saying that you don't have to figure everything out alone. You're not alone in here. You have a group of community that will guide you, right? So if this really resonates, you guys, if you're looking for something that really works on your schedule, work life balance, right? And maybe this is the one that's calling you out. You just need to check, because if you've been feeling like you're doing everything right now, but still not experiencing that balance, the freedom or the fulfillment that you truly desire, I really invite you to take that simple little step, right? So, because again, success is not just about what you achieve in your life, it's all about how you feel while you're achieving it. And it's about who you become in the process, right? And more importantly, it's about whether you actually get to live the life you are working so hard to create. Because again, you deserve more than just success. You deserve peace, you deserve presence with your family, and the life that feels aligned with what you want and not what others want. So, and that is a true work life balance. Yeah, so that's something that I really want to share with you guys. And yeah, just take a risk. Risk is beautiful. It is really beautiful, but you just need to taste the water before making a decision. Because again, if you decided to stay in your comfort zone, then looking back, it's gonna be 2027, and you looking back, you're still in the couch. If you're watching in the couch right now, 2027 is here and you didn't take action, you are still sitting in the couch. And that's not a good feeling at all. So think about it. Think about the work life balance that can create the life that you want, right? Maybe it's working on your phone, or maybe working somewhere in the wilderness, or maybe at the beach. Maybe this is the one that can really create the life that you want. But the only thing is, you just need to give it a try. So that's it for me, guys. Losing my voice again, my goodness. So yeah, so that I just need to cut it short, because the more I speak, the more I am losing my voice again. So that's it for me. Everybody, thank you so much for your support, for those 2 million viewers that's watching right now. Thank you, Patty, for tuning in. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for my day 30 of this 90 Days Core and Success Challenge. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.
This is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable, feel it in my soul.